Hey, the Gadget Man here with nothing but gadgets, and today I'm going to be testing out this Vantrue Dashcam system. So 3, 2, 1, let's get at it. Alright guys, so this was sent to me by the Vantrue company, and I've had it for quite a while. I've never actually got a chance to use it, just had some other things going on, so I decided to go ahead and make this video review of this product for you. First, let's break it out of the box real quick. Comes in a nice case box here. Got your standard user manual and your bunch of literature that comes here. Let's get the little camera out here. Now this looks like a little bit higher quality camera than I'm used to. It's a really nice little camera. It's kind of lightweight, but it has a nice screen on it. Looks to feel a little different than a lot of the other dash cams that I've done reviews on. Over here is the power cord, and underneath this little door right here is where the SD card goes, and this is a different cable here. Let's go ahead and see what else they sent us in the box. Okay. See what's in this box here. We have a windshield mount. How's this thing work? Oh, this one here. Okay, I see. Yeah, okay. Instead of the standard clamp down, this thing twists like that. It feels a little better made than some of the other ones I've got. Feels like it might be a little sturdier there. A lot of those tend to move on me. They're not very strong. Let's see what else I got in this box. This looks like it goes to your OBD2 reader on your car. And I have to figure out what that is. Okay. And let's see what else we got here. Got data transfer cable and a power cable. Or you can use this to power this from your standard car charger. Okay, so what this is a power cord for your OBD2 reader or your car OBD port. So that if you don't have an extra charger, DC charger, or you want to power it from the OBD port, you can power this from that. So this is unique. I had never seen one of these. And I don't quite understand how it works, but we'll give it a try. This one plugs directly into the camera, while this one plugs into the actual base here. So there's a plug here for that, and then this one here, according to the instruction manual, plugs into here, right here. So not sure why the difference. It might be different levels of power source that it's using. So I'm going to go ahead and hook it up. And we're going to give this thing a try and see how it works. Alright guys, well, I went out and did some testing on this, and I got some good results for you, so I want to show those to you real quickly here. I put this in my vehicle and drove it down the road, and I also put another camera in there, an HD 1080p HD from the K-Brox company, and just to kind of give it some comparison. So I'll show you footage from both of those. So let's go ahead and show first just the raw footage from this camera going down the road. Okay, so you saw that clip. Now I'm going to go ahead and play that clip alongside of a clip from the 1080p K-Brox dash cam that I ran alongside this one. So let's play both of those together. Okay, so you see that there. Now I want to show you this other clip I did at night. I took it out for a night drive. So here's the raw footage from this one. Okay, and now again I'm going to do side by side with the Cade rocks, and let's see that. Okay, so there's some footage for you to kind of give you a daytime and a nighttime example. Honestly, I'm going to say that this camera did pretty good. I think it's probably one of the better quality of video in a dash cam that I've seen so far. It's really hard. Let me explain here that dash cam video, because there's so many moving objects, you know, it's really hard to get great video when you have things moving across the screen really fast like that. They're not going to be clear. Even Hollywood cameras can't do that. So now I'm going to show you a still frame shot taken out of the video when that truck passed by me going the opposite direction. Okay, so here it is. All right, look at that shot. It's actually pretty clear. I was very surprised when I took this still frame out how clear this shot was. You can read the license plate. You can see a lot of detail in the truck. You know, I mean, that's not even a bad photo if the truck was sitting still. So to capture that out of the actual video, a still frame out of the video, that's actually a pretty good shot. Now, I'm going to show you a still frame shot from the Cade rocks. All right, so there you see it there. Not as clear. You know, definitely not as clear detail. Still pretty good. You might be able to read that license plate, maybe not. But the actual clarity is not as good. So that really kind of shows you how much clearer this is versus the 1080p. Now remember, this is a 1296p or an Ultra HD camera, so it actually is shooting better quality footage. All right, so now let's talk about data sizes. Okay, so because this is shooting a higher quality footage than the Cade rocks or other dash cams, it also is going to take up more storage because of that extra quality. Now, I had this set to shoot 3-minute segments, and those 3-minute segments are about 300 megabytes each. Okay, they range just a little bit from about 295 to 300. Nighttime video is actually a little less because it's dark and there's not as much information in it. But daytime video is around 300 megabytes for 3 minutes. So that's 100 megabytes for one minute of footage. So you should be able to figure out how many hours of footage you're going to get on your SD card, whether it be a 16 gigabyte or a 32 gigabyte or a 64 gigabyte. Now I was running 64 gigabyte Samsung Pro micro SDs in here. I always use the Samsung Pro micro SDs because they are just so fast. They don't lag with high resolution video. Don't put a low quality card in these cameras because it's not going to be able to write that data. You know, it's got to write 100 megabytes of data in 1 minute, and some cards just aren't going to be fast enough to write all that data. So use a very good SD card. I recommend the Samsung Pro Endurance cards. They're cheap and they're very fast writing cards. All right. Okay, so on the Cade rocks, it averaged about 85 megabytes for 1 minute of video. So there's a little bit of quality less there, and there's less data there. So that was pretty good. Now, as far as function, let's talk about that. Now that we got the video samples out of the way, it gives you what you can see. All right, so this came with 3 different power cords. This one here, this one here, and this one here. Okay. What this little device is here is a power converter. Whatever power comes out of the ODB port on your car, it converts it to the correct amount of power to power this. But remember, this has to be connected to this side port, not to this one here. This is where you connect the power cord that comes with it, or if you're using an external charger like your phone charger, it's going to connect here. Only this cord connects into this port. Evidently, it's a different type of DC power, okay? And this is a converter to convert whatever comes out of the ODB port on your car. Now, having said that, I recommend against using this cord, because what I found out in testing is that when it's plugged in here, the camera never turns off. Okay? It will continue to stay on when you're in park and your car is off, which means it's going to draw battery power. And if you're parking overnight, it could draw your battery down or a few days. So it says in the instructions that it will automatically turn the camera off once your battery reaches 11.5 volts, which should still leave you enough power to maybe get the car started. But you know what, guys? I really don't like, let me just explain this to you. Car batteries are not designed to be discharged slowly, okay? Car batteries are quick discharge, quick charge. They are not deep cycle batteries, and they're not intended to be discharged over long periods of time. That will weaken or kill your battery. If your battery is weak, it'll kill it. Now, boats have deep cycle batteries, marine batteries for their battery stuff, like when they're out to sea for trolling motors and stuff. Those batteries are designed to discharge slowly and deeply. That's why they call them deep cycle. To deep cycle them or discharge them down to a low point and then charge them back up. Car batteries are not intended to do that, guys. They are intended to start the car, which uses a quick burst of power just off the top, and then recharge back up because the alternator charges it back up. This is not advisable. I mean, it's neat, but it will run your battery down and may shorten the life of your battery, okay? So I recommend against it, and there's no other utility to this other than just powering the device. Unless you have a particular reason you need that camera to stay on, you know, for constantly, I wouldn't use this. All right, as far as this, it works fine, and I use my phone charger and tested on that, so both of these powered it, so that's good. Now, all right, I did test out some of the other functions on the camera, like the motion detection, the parking mode, all those things, and I have to say that I would not trust them. They're unreliable at best. I put the motion detection on high, the G-force sensor on high, the parking mode on far, and I did jumping jacks in front of the car, and I could not get this camera to activate. I slammed the door as hard as I could, threat of even breaking my door off the hinges, and I could not get this thing to activate and create an event. However, driving down the road, you know, it did create a couple events. In all the driving that I did with the motion detection activated, I got a couple of event motions out of there. I changed the settings on it. I tried this, that, and the other. It just is not reliable. I wouldn't trust it. And I'm not going to say that it's bad. I've not found any dash cameras to actually be reliable as a security monitor. They just don't work very good. Plus, think about it like this, guys. If your car's in a parking lot, where's the most likely place that something that you want to capture on film, some nefarious act, where is it the most likely place it's going to happen? Is it going to happen in front of your car, or to the sides of your car, or in your car? Well, obviously to the sides and in. Well, this thing captures forward out your windshield, so that's about maybe 5% chance that something nefarious is going to happen in front of your car. All right. Mostly some people are going to be breaking into your car through the doors, stealing something on the inside. So I really, you know, this whole idea of the motion detection, the parking mode and all that stuff, it's kind of really a gimmick. I mean, at most somebody might back up and bump your bumper, which is really not cause for anything you're going to need a film for, you know, a little bumper, you know, bump or something like that that causes no damage. I mean, unless somebody just wrecks you or something. Which, you know, after 2 million miles of driving myself, I've never had anybody wreck my front bumper in a parking lot. Not saying it can't happen, but it's very unlikely. Most likely is somebody's going to be opening their door in the parking lot in a steep windstorm, and it's going to slam into your side of your door, and it's going to cause a big dent or a big scratch. That's what you want to catch. This is not going to catch that. So, aside from it not working very well, it's just not practical as a security measure. And I don't actually take away a negative because it doesn't do it very well, because I just wouldn't rely on it anyways. That's just my personal opinion. The main purpose of a dash cam is to film you while you're going down the road in case you have a wreck or somebody wrecks in front of you, because that's where the action is happening, because you're going that direction, and that's what it's there for. And this camera does it better than a lot of other dash cams that I have tested. Very clear video on this, a good data size. So I like it. You know, I'm just threw in the whole other testing for you just to kind of tell you about it. All right, I like the way it functions. Now, it doesn't have a touch screen. That was kind of disappointing. You have to use these buttons on the bottom and this one right here, and I found that difficult to navigate. All right, because you can't see when it's hanging up here on your windshield like this. You can't see these buttons, so you got to learn them by feel, and then you've got to come up here and touch, and then you're trying to work on something up here that's hanging on your dashboard, and you're pushing down here, and you're pushing like this, and it's moving the camera around and stuff, and you know, so I wasn't real happy about it not being touchscreen where I could just touch it and do that. So that's one, I wouldn't say a negative, but less preferable. I wish it would have been touchscreen and I could have just touched it like that. All right, so it'd be really cool maybe in an update. The screen is kind of small, but you know, you can still see it. Now, I will say that this mounting clamp like this, buddy, this sucker, I'll see if you can really get it. It really sucks in big time. And when you put that on your window, it is hard, man. I mean, I'm talking, you have to grab it with both hands to be able to clamp this thing down. I left it on for a few days. Had no problem with it falling off. And even when I unlatch it, I really had to pull to get it off. This thing sucks down harder than any other clamp I've ever used. Because, I mean, it really, you can see there if you can look at that, it really goes down. So, you know, that the clamp's good. This right here tightens up pretty good. I can still wiggle it when it's in the car. You know, if you need to take the camera off, it's got a quick release little button right here. It comes right out. All right, so that's pretty good. Everything, all in all, I like the little camera, and I like the video especially on it. I do think that the video is pretty good, and will do a good job for you. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, subscribe, and comment. Remember, this product and other things I talked about in this video, those links will be underneath the video in the description area. Just click on the show more. All right, well, until next time, this is the Gadget Man saying, I'll see you later.